Hello, everybody. Hello. Good afternoon, morning, or evening, depending on where you are coming in from. We are super happy to see all of you here today. And it's day 2 of our Singing for Racial Justice 2 weeks. I'm glad so many folks have decided to come along. So I am just going to say hi to a few folks. Hi, Kathy in Virginia. Great to have you. Deborah in Kentucky. Nice to have you. Ida and Whitby in Cambridge. Great to have you guys. Betsy in the DC area. Nancy, nice to have you. Annette, great to see you. Peter in Florida. Karen in Arizona. Karen, I like you. Dressed for the occasion. Beautiful. Kathleen in Albuquerque. Nice to see you. And Carolyn in Idaho. Dion, great to see you. Beryl in Chicago. Nice to see you. Dan from Virginia and Alan in the DC area. Great to have you here. Adele, Robin, Bonnie also in Idaho. Nice to see you. Dennis, great to have you coming in from the British Columbia area, and Sandy in the DC area. Janet and Peter, or at least half of them from Toronto. Good to see you. And Kirsten, great to have you here today. Kirsten, nice to see you. Mary, great to have you. Lynn in Connecticut, nice to have you. Gary, great to have you. And Suzanne, Jamie, David, Valerie, Catherine, Sarah, Hindi, and some others with their cameras off. It's great to see you too. And also hi to everybody out on Facebook Live. We're glad you're here. So we are, during the next 2 weeks, going to have guests or co-hosts, I guess I should say, co-hosts joining me. And so today I'm going to introduce the co-host, and after that you will need no introduction. I am very pleased to turn the program over today to Dr. Kathy Bullock, who's coming to us from Berea, Kentucky. She has been a teacher at Berea College for 29 years and recently retired. So she's now Professor Emeritus at Berea College. And she is going to be teaching some classes on a part-time basis at the University of Kentucky. So she's an amazing, incredible woman. She's sung with us before. We've enjoyed her infectious laugh, her singing, and her joyful presence. So Kathy, I'm so excited to have you take over for the day. Enjoy and goodbye.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for inviting me to do this. Hello, everybody. Hey, give me a wave and hi. Whoop, whoop. It's just a wonderful brand new day. I'm just delighted to be here and be a part of it. I am so honored to introduce Kofi Dennis, who will be sharing with us today. I met him like about 2 minutes ago, 5 minutes, but I feel like I've known him for a long time because as soon as he said Kofi, and no, that's Friday born, right? And I said, okay, because I take students to study in Ghana every year or every 2 years, and I have really dear friends and family there. And I saw he's going to be talking to us about stories related to Ghana. And this gentleman, this young man, is a storyteller and an educator for many, many years. And he has been a master teacher at Wolf Trap. In the DC area. I'm from Washington, DC, even though I'm in Kentucky, so home is really there. So that's another area. And I have to say that one of the places that he's going to be referencing, Bonwire, is a place where they make the Kente cloth. And I have some Kente. It's about 12 yards of fabric, which was given, it's gorgeous, woven and given to my husband, who was made an honorary chief in one of the villages. And so in honor of Kofi today, I bring that along with this other really gorgeous blue Kente fabric. So in my church, we say, touch your neighbor, say blue, say ooh, okay. Y'all supposed to say that. All right, anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Kofi, and he's going to teach us, and we'll be thrilled. Welcome. Please join me in welcoming Kofi.
Thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you have your Kente cloth there. I have a Kente cloth behind me right here. And those of you joining us from all over, you know, the Kente weaving industry is so powerful, right? You know, it's woven on a loom, right? A traditional indigenous loom. And what they do is that they assemble a lot of yarn or silk thread, and then they begin to weave stoles like this, long stoles like this. And then after they've had several of these woven, they then piece them together. They will knit them and weave them together to have either 12 yards fabric or 6 yards like this, right? But what is important is the geometrical patterns that you see that are used to, establish and tell stories about who they are. Originally, the Kente cloth was made for the royalty. And this is also where this song that I'm going to sing comes from. All right, so Bonwire is a very beautiful village in the Asante Kingdom, in the Ashanti region of Ghana. And it's said that a long time ago, when the industry of Kente weaving started, it was a myth. It was something that had never, been done before. And then an investigative reporter traveled and traveled and traveled and got to this place, Bonwire, where they're weaving these Kente. And when he saw it, all he could do was to sing about it. And then as he sang and told the stories of how these intricate patterns are put together, everybody came together to listen to this amazing invention. The young and old, everyone from all parts of the world came to listen to him. And as he told the story, then they realized, even though it's for royalty, ordinary folks could also have it. Why not? This week, we've been talking about racial justice and everything. Well, this is something to look at. Because if you look at the patterns and the way they are woven, it takes this and this to make harmony. It takes the white keys and the black keys of the piano to make harmony. And that is what Kente weaving is all about. So before I sing and I take you through, I'm going to welcome you with a special welcome song that I always sing, okay? Simple, it goes like this. Motions, ready? Awa, 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 atu, 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 awa, atu. Atu means to hug. And awa means I'm ready to welcome you with a hug. Okay? Let's try that. Awa, awa, awa. Atu, atu, atu. Awa, atu. One more time. Awa, awa, awa. Atu, atu, atu. Awa, atu. Wonderful. Well, so the song, I'm sure you've seen the lyrics right there. It's called Bonwire Kente. And remember, Bonwire is this beautiful village out in the Ashanti region. And that's where the industry came from. And so the song is about, again, Dr. Ephraim Amo, who the late Dr. Ephraim Amo is a very wonderful composer who composed many, many, many patriotic songs, and also an unofficial national anthem of Ghana called Yenara Assassini. But this one, as we talk about racial, justice, this is the one that I want to bring your attention to, okay? So, the chorus is about the sound that comes from the weaving of the loom. And it goes like this. Crow, 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 he, crow, 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 he, crow, 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 he, crow, 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 na yamido, Bonwire Kente waniya, ayamido, abomije. There's a chorus, okay? All right, so let's try it. I'm going to sing through and then you sing with me. The last part is a little difficult, but we'll get it. Remember the motions, okay? The crow, crow, he is the sound that comes from the weaving of the loom. Okay, so remember the motion. Crow, 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 he. Crow, 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 he. he, crow, 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 he, crow, na yemi do, bon rekente winiya, yemi do, na bomije. So the last part goes, crow, na yemi do. It says that the weaving, this thing is so interesting. It's so enjoyable to just watch. Interesting. It's so fascinating to see that when all is said and done, he's confounded. It's amazed. And everyone needs to see this and practice it too. Crow, 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 he, crow, 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 he, crow, 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 he, crow, crow, na yemi do, bon rekente winiya, yemi do, bomije. So the last part goes, bon rekente winiya, yemi do, bomije. Bon rekente winiya, yemi do, bomije. It says it's so interesting and so enjoyable that it's confounded me. Everyone needs to know about it. Bon rekente winiya, yemi do, bomije. Okay? All right, you ready? Okay. So when we get to the motion part, I'm going to play my drum. Okay? Now I'm going to sing the first verse only. There are 3 verses, but the first verse only. A chinchini amama hunyama. A chinchini amama tinsama. Asante bon rekente wini mi humbido. Asante kente bon rebidia min tibido. Burro ni madia ya kente wini abomije. Nensa, nenai, nensedia. Ajijimije, he, crow, he, crow, crow, he, crow, he, crow, na yemi do, bon rekente winiya, yemi do, na bomije. You know, there's so many stories about me for almost my 30 years here in the States, and in terms of racial injustice, so many of them, but there's one that have stuck with me for a long time. I was driving, not me, my friend and I, my colleague, and I were driving over to the Eastern Shore to have a seminar in a rented car. My colleague was white, and she was driving, and then somehow we're stopped by the cop that she was overspeeding, and then they were pulled over. And then when the cop came, leaned in and asked for the driver's license, and saw me too and said, "Hey, lady, are you okay?" And she said, "Yeah, she's fine." She took her driver's license and took mine also. I wasn't driving. As for my driving, I was running. So he goes in his car and comes back and says, "Ma'am, are you okay? You sure?" I said, "Yeah, okay. Well, you know, the reason I stopped you, you're going 10 minutes over the limit. But next time, slow down, okay?" And then gave our license to us, and then we went away. But that moment, right? Because I knew that several times I've been pulled over for nothing and I'll be given a ticket. But for this man to go back and kept asking whether my colleague friend was okay and to take my license when I wasn't the one driving, I said, what is this all about? But if we have the Kente, if you have the crow, he with us, there's no way. Whatever you're going to do to my friend, you have to do the same to me in my turn, right? So everybody will join me to sing, crow, 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 he, crow, he, crow, he, crow, 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 he, crow, he, crow, crow, he, crow, he, crow, 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 he, crow, na yamido, bonre kente wunia, ayamido, abomije. A chinchine, amama, huniama. A chinchine, amama, tinsama. Asante bonre kente winnie me, humbido. Asante kente bonre bidia mintibido. Kwami oni madia yo, kente winnie abomije. Ninsa, ninai, ninsedua, abomije. Ready? Crow, 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 he, crow, he, crow, 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 he, crow, 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 he, crow, crow, na yamido, Borikin Tewnia, I yamido, abumija. We go, crow, 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 he, crow, 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 he, last one. Crow, 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 he, crow, 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 he, crow, 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 he, crow, na yamido, borikinte unia, na yamido, na bomije. So joyful, right? Yes.
It's wonderfully joyful. It's full of joy from the beginning to end. Now, who would have sung this song, Kofi? And when did you tell us a little bit more about how it came to be? And if you all have questions, are you stopping here, or you want to? Are you pausing, Kofi?
No, go ahead. So who will sing this song is, as I said, Dr. Ephraim Amu became, like I said, one of the foremost composers. And if you're into choral music, check him out. He has wonderful compositions. But he also composed Ghana's unofficial national anthem. Yenara asasini eyabodi ni mayen mojana nananu shegu nyadito homayen eduwu mini suso seyebe yebi atwaswa nyinjun twason kroton kanen yapese minko minya edu yembre moja maya asasi hunzo atumse Omayin sebeye yo, omanu seriye yo, eyese na hose, for brand and train. Another thing that talks about racial justice, he says that, this earth of ours, this Mother Earth of ours, those who came before us, they toiled for us to come and continue. And if it's going to be well, if it's going to be good for everyone, then you need to do your part. I need to do my part. We all need to recognize that it's just blood that flows through each one of us. And so together we can make the earth a beautiful place. So everyone needs to sing this song.
Kofi, that is such a powerful word for today, for every day, but especially now. The same blood flows through all of us, and we are connected. Our colors look differently, but they're beautiful when they come together. If any of you have questions for Kofi, please put it in the chat, and I'll read them out loud and be able to follow up with him, because I have a zillion things, but I would love to hear from you. Let's see what we got so far. I just love this hug. Which was Atu. Did you all please don't forget Atu? We'll do that again at the end. So talk about waiting to hear. Talk to us about your work. How did you begin doing this work?
So I started as a middle school teacher, I was middle school math teacher way back in the 80s in Ghana, and then I went to the School of Performing Arts at University of Ghana in Legon, the theater school, and I did theater and education, and that took me, that kind of the theater work that I did, it allowed me to do a lot of street theater, and I started going to the prisons, the jail, to work with prisoners, orphanages and stuff, all over the place, and work with, and then when I came over here, I started doing storytelling. I just do story now. I was teaching for over 25 years at the Montessori School of Northern Virginia, just doing drama and music, and
we lost Kofi for just a second. Oh, there you are.
Class Acts Arts, which is now Artivate. Do I see Roberta? Roberta, yeah. So we started doing a lot of things with kids and social justice and everything else. And so that's how I got into this work.
Oh, okay. We have 3 questions for you. One is that Sarah would like to know more or hear another recording of that second song that you mentioned. I think it was the unofficial national anthem.
That's right.
You could spell the name of that one so we could look.
Yeah, it's called Yen Ara Assassini. Yen Ara, YEN ARA ASE. Sorry, ASASE. Yen Ara Assassini NI.
Yeah, okay. And that means
that means this is our earth. It's our this world is our own. This world
is our own.
Thank you so much. This is our motherland. This is our motherland.
Now Nancy came in and I wrote it down, so I'll try to write it, or maybe Colin might be able to put that into the chat for those who don't get it.
But if you search Dr. Ifrimamu, it will all come up.
Okay, if you put it in, it will come up. By the way, before I forget, thank you, Colin, wherever you are, for all your work in helping make this thing happen. Appreciate you, because without the tech, we're dead. We're dead. Okay, moving on, we had a question that are these songs, and anybody can sing these, men and women, young and old, if they're from Ghana or from Iceland. Tell me about these songs. Who can sing them and when?
If you go to YouTube, it's there. It's it's sung in colleges. There's so many music departments in colleges and schools around that sing these songs. Okay, like I said, if you are into choral music, it's all over the place. So anybody at all could sing them. And if you go to YouTube, you have the lyrics, you have the score and everything.
Fine, wonderful. So it's music open to everybody.
That's right.
And then one was asking the hug, the word that you get for hug. How do you spell that? And
it's ATUU. Atu. ATUU. Atu, to hug.
Atu, ATU. Atu. Thank you very much. Remember that, everybody, because I'm going to remember. Take that with me today. There is another question, and it was asking thank you, Colin. He put in the words for the Jen Ara Asase Ni and a link for the recording of it in our chat. And also an interesting question, do both men and women weave? Or tell us about because when we look at traditional society there were specific roles for men and specific ones for women. And one was not more important than the other, but they all did those. So talk to us about that.
Yeah, as with everything in the beginning, it was the men, the men who did all these things, but with time, now when you go back to Bonwire, you see the women also, being part of it, but it was just exclusively for men weaving the Kente cloth.
Yeah, and there was a ceremony, right? A traditional.
That's right.
With the weave. You don't just get up, hey, I'm going to go weave some things.
No.
Very important. And
it's
then
like drumming. It used to be just for the men, and then you have to come from a lineage. And so special ceremonies have to be done for you to be able to. But now, as I said, everyone, is weaving and playing.
Yes, thank you. So there's lots of thank yous that I have to everybody. Rich traditions and things that you bring, Kofi. Thank you for your years and years of pouring out your heart and your joy to us and reminding us and to remember this word. So let us sing one more time, if it's okay. I want to look, Joe, are we okay on our time? So okay, let's go and sing one more time the song. And before I do, I want to also make sure that I thank some of the others. I thank the Washington Rebels for making all of this happen. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And there was also Cardi, let me see, I wrote it down. Carp Dean, did I say it right? I didn't say it right.
Carpe diem.
DEIM Arts Program. I want to thank you for all this work because it's uplifting to us. Okay, are we ready to run back and do our thing? We ready to rock, y'all? Okay, Kofi, take us again.
Crow, he, crow, he, crow, 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 he, crow, 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 he, crow, na yemi do, Kente brunjer hini ya, yemi do, yemi j. Let's go. Crow, 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 he, crow, 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 crow. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Woo, thank you for uplifting us. If you're like me, you feel really great. I'm ready to fly with that crow. Yes. And remembering joy to each other. So I think this time our Facebook people would sign off, if I understand correctly. And for the rest of us, we have a few minutes, I believe, if there's